Shika, 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 shika. I. Shika, shika, shika. I. Okay, so, if you're on this channel, it probably means we either know you or you have no life because you're watching Nobody's Review NXT. This is our first episode. Or we actually got really famous and you're just going back in time to watch us. But, yeah, this is our NXT review. And, who would have thought the contract signing didn't go good?
I know.
Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Okay. So, the show started off with Finn Baylor having a promo with the person interviewing him, because I guess it was his first show back from Japan. And, Jbrad, do you think it would be wise to turn Finn Baylor heel? Because, as they're probably hinting at, Kevin Owens didn't attack Hideo Itami. They're kind of making it seem like Finn Baylor might have been the culprit, but at the same time, I don't think you would want to turn Finn Baylor heel because he's getting such a great crowd reaction right now.
Yeah, and Kevin Owens is getting booed a lot, so it's actually pretty good as it is right now.
But what should they do about the Hideo Itami attack? Because they're making it seem like it wasn't Kevin Owens, but at the same time, they're making it seem like Finn Baylor is such a good guy and that he wouldn't do something like that. So how would you go about that?
I don't really know for sure right now. I don't know. I'd just keep it as Kevin Owens.
But what would you do when
makes sense.
Hideo Itami comes back?
Maybe have like a triple threat or something along those lines.
But how would they play off the storyline? Because either Tyler Breeze, Finn Baylor, or Kevin Owens attacked him. And they're making it kind of seem like Kevin Owens didn't, because every single promo he's saying that he wasn't the one.
Well, if Hideo got attacked, he'll know who probably attacked him, unless he was like knocked out cold, so he could just announce it.
But who would be the best suit? Because you don't want to turn Finn Baylor heel because he's getting such great crowd reaction. But at the same time, like, Kevin Owens is kind of making it seem like he didn't do it.
I don't know. It's just really confusing because, like, it's hard to, like, think about.
Okay, well, it's my turn. I think that they should just, like, do typical WWE logic and forget everything Kevin Owens said and just put the blame on him. But anyway, I feel like the opening promo just was a big promo in itself to promote the contract signing at the end of the night. I don't think it did anything else besides that. Do you agree?
Yeah, it just was him talking about how, like, his career wrestling and then basically hyping it up.
Yeah. Didn't really get my attention. I personally hate contract signings. They aren't fun to watch. Might be fun to be in. I don't know.
I mean, it just basically ends up with flipping the table.
No, that never happens.
No, I'm pretty sure it does.
Do you think TakeOver will be good? Because, like, the main event should be good because it's Kevin Owens and Finn Baylor, but they don't really have anybody else on the roster because everyone moved up. And do you think the Divas are going to be on it besides Sasha Banks?
First of all, they're not called divas; they're called wrestlers.
Women's wrestlers, sorry.
But I think they're just doing WWE logic where they plan everything like a week or two before, and then they have no time to hype it up, and then it just ends up same old, same old.
Yeah, because before NXT, like way before WrestleMania, I thought it was really good because they actually had things planned and had good matches, and you cared about all the wrestlers, like Lucha Underground's doing right now. But now it just seems like 95% of the matches are squash matches, as in the rest of the card, basically. But, Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, so the first match was Eva Marie, and she said she's putting the work in. Did you think you saw improvement?
I think I saw a little improvement.
A little bit?
She was better. She was better than she was. I mean, that's a step forward.
Yeah.
Her finisher was pretty. If that was her finisher, whatever that was kind of cool.
It was kind of cool, but at the same time, don't you think she's stealing it from Bo Dallas, the Bo Dog? It kind of looked like it, don't you think?
I mean, she did like a flip behind. She didn't like run around. She like did a full flip. I don't know.
She said she was putting in the work. So, you say she improved?
I think so. I mean, if you watch Total Divas, it looks like she's putting in the work.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
we obviously knew she was going to win. They wouldn't have, like...
They wouldn't bury her.
Yeah, they wouldn't just put her in a match to have her lose after promoting her for so many weeks.
Yeah. The fans actually liked her, which half of them did.
Half of them did, but, like, those half, I feel, just go to the events. I don't think they actually watch, like...
Yeah.
Everything and see how bad she is. But one part in the match, I saw her running the ropes. Did you see that too?
Yeah.
First of all, the way she ran the ropes, it just looked like she didn't know the first thing about wrestling. Like, I know I can't run the ropes, but I'm not a WWE professional. I've seen people in the indies run ropes better than that.
Yeah.
Do you think she's a heel right now?
Well, I think she's got to start out as a face. Well, I don't even know. I just think she kind of just started as like a face because she was trying to get like everyone to like her.
Because like she seems like she's a face, but at the same time, like I don't know if she's being sarcastic because she has that like thing with her. I don't really like her, and I think she should be a face. That way, she like doesn't get over at all, and she gets fired. But at the same time, if she's trying to get over, I think she should be a heel because, like, everyone wants to boo her already, and they're not going to cheer her. And the main thing you want to do with a heel is have them get booed, and that's what she'll get done.
I just don't think she's a natural wrestler. I just think she should go back to being like a model or whatever she does in her free time.
She has nude photos online. They're pretty sweet. Anyway, do you think she was out of shape? Because at the end of the match, she was breathing really heavy. And, like, I mean, all the other people breathe kind of heavy, but not as much as she did, it seemed like.
Well, if it's true, she's going through a lot of, like, training, so she might just be a little tired.
Okay, if you're in WWE, you should, like, be physically fit. You don't go into WWE and then get fit.
That's true. Like ZZ on Tough Enough, but we'll talk about that later.
It's just frustrating how now she's like, everyone works their entire life to become a WWE superstar / diva, and then they pick divas who don't even have any wrestling experience to start with.
It's just by their looks to get.
And then there's Sexy Star in Lucha Underground, who's way better. Just frustrating. And then there's a Tyler Breeze promo in the back where William Regal walked into his office and Tyler Breeze was very sexual, it seemed like. But, and he asked if he had anything, he asked William Regal if he had anything for him for TakeOver. Do you see anybody that he might take on? I know this is one of your first weeks watching, but...
Well, I mean, I'll, like, watch the pay-per-views, like, once in a while.
But do you see him taking on anybody?
I mean, he wants to take on, like, Finn Balor.
But he's already in a match, and they're not going to make it a triple threat.
I don't know. He might just take on, like...
Do you think, what's his name? Baron Corbin.
That might be a match. But speaking of that match, that's a match after the segment.
That was the best match of the night.
1 second match. I mean,
it was like 20 seconds. Give the guy props.
Okay.
He did his best. That's all we ask for. But, so, you don't see anybody that he could take on?
Maybe Corbin, but that's like as far as I know.
Yeah, because like they're only promoting like 2 or 3 guys a night. Well, no, 2 or 3 guys in total.
I mean, what they could do is have, like, Hideo Itami when he comes back, which...
That won't be till, like, the end of this year. Somewhere around December. Do you think Hideo's going to get thrust into a title match when he comes back?
I don't know, because I want to see, like, what happens with, like, who he blames for the injury and, like, all that.
That's why I think Finn Balor's going to keep it until Hideo returns. And then they'll have a feud, and then when Sami Zayn comes back, Hideo and Sami will have a feud. That's what I was thinking, because then Finn Balor will come up to the main roster.
And then Kevin Owens will be already up there. Well, I mean, he already is.
That's something else I wanted to discuss. Do you, not Finn Balor, Kevin Owens isn't getting over too well? I mean, with the crowd he is, but not with Vince, probably, because he lost to John Cena 2 times in a row. What do you see him doing at SummerSlam?
I see him maybe feuding with Cesaro or Rusev. Probably not Rusev because it's off, because he's in a movie right now, so he's coming back, I heard, for SummerSlam. So probably Cesaro if they're going to do anything. Or maybe John Cena again.
Yeah, but I think John Cena's having a feud with Seth Rollins.
That also made me mad. Like, he can't hold 2. I mean, it's John Cena. He can do whatever he wants.
It's John Cena!
Yeah, but...
John Cena's amazing, Justin. As Vince already knows. But... Anyway, Tyler Breeze's promo was just very sexual at the beginning. And then the Baron Corbin match happened, and that just... In my opinion, it was match of the night. Mm-hmm. No, literally, yeah. It did what it had to do. And I don't think anything... Well, maybe the Bayley match was better, but I think this was the second best. Maybe Samoa Joe, and maybe every other match on the show besides Eva Marie was better than it. But still, it was pretty good.
I mean, they did what they had to do. Just make him look big and tough.
Yeah, that's all you have to do with Baron Corbin right now. But once he proved it when he had to face Rhino, that he isn't a good wrestler when it comes to long matches. Mm-hmm. He can put on a really good short time match, but that's about it. I don't think there's anything else to that match.
Not really.
He hit him with his finisher with like 10 seconds in, and that's all she wrote. Then Samoa Joe took on Mike Rollins in the next match.
That was a pretty good match.
It was pretty good. I think that was the second best match of the night. Mike Rollins, as I predicted, he lost. It was a bold statement, but I think I pulled through.
His Samoa Joe's finisher just like scares me a little, like, because I don't like Tyson Kidd. He got hurt, but I don't know if it's directly because of that. But like, I don't want him to hurt any more people that are trying to like.
I don't know if you're familiar with AJ Styles, but in Japan, I know. But stick with me. His finisher in Japan, he's broken people's necks with it. Mm-hmm. And people are saying it's dangerous now in Japan. That's why it makes it so good of a move. Mm-hmm. I think that's what Samoa Joe's finisher is now. Like, AJ Styles. Like, it's breaking people's necks, and then it's going to be looked at as an actual finisher.
What I hope happens is AJ Styles versus John Cena.
Okay.
AJ Styles does that move, and he breaks John Cena's neck. Get him out of the company.
Or John Cena can just have Nikki Bella's babies, because he already has a vagina as it is, and leave WWE. But oh well. What match was next? There was a Bayley promo. No, Emma promo, and she was talking about her match with Bayley, and Emma said that Bayley wanted to give her more than a hug. I don't know about all you people out there, but more than a hug to me sounds a lot like more than a hug.
Yeah.
As in maybe kiss or maybe other stuff. Justin, would you like to see more than a hug?
I mean, maybe. Depends.
Do you think Bayley is attractive?
Yeah, she's alright.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, then we get on to the match, right?
Yeah. But before the match, do you think... Sorry to bring up face and heel again, but Emma, do you think she's better as a heel or a face?
Heel.
Heel? Because
when she did that face...
Yeah, she was thrown off one of the main roster with it, and I don't think too many people were familiar. And everyone in the crowd seemed to be dead quiet, and then they threw her with Santino.
And then, yeah.
That was awful. I think with this, she will actually be recognized as a wrestler, unlike a gimmick.
Yeah. And she shoplifted, so that kind of didn't help.
No. Did you enjoy the match?
It was a pretty good match. I thought it was the best Divas match because Eva Marie, but yeah, it was a pretty good match.
Do you think it was match of the night?
Yeah,
because there wasn't too many other
Corbin,
matches.
But, you know.
Oh yeah. The inflatable two men. Byron said that, or someone on the commentary team said that they're 7-year-old toys or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like them?
I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like Byron either, but, you know.
And during this match, they were going, Emma sucks. Emma sucks. Do you think that the New Day chants are, like, revolutionizing the chant, like, how to say someone sucks?
Yeah. I mean, well, for John Cena, they do the song, like, John Cena sucks. Well, now it's...
That's good voice.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. But yeah, so new chant, new day.
I think that's all they're going to be remembered for, though.
Yeah.
They're a good tag team. I like every single person in the team. It's just WWE doesn't think a team like them would ever be main event tag team players.
It's because they're racist.
Yeah, but they have black champions.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I just wait till like the Usos get back, and I hope that Eric Rowan and Luke Harper get back together, and then that'll be another good tag team.
Did you see when Emma's friend, sorry for not remembering, attacked Bayley and they didn't even call it a DQ?
Yeah.
Like, to the best of my knowledge, it wasn't a no DQ contest.
Yeah.
And the referee, I think he should get fired, personally.
I mean, it was just like the Undertaker match. They didn't... I mean, not Undertaker match. He interfered. But Brock Lesnar, when he got attacked, they never announced it. So the next show...
That's because the referee ran out of the ring.
Yeah.
But who do you think's going to win the belt now? Do you think it's going to be Bayley? Or do you think NXT girls are going to come down and come back?
I don't know. That's what I don't get. If you're going to push them, don't bring them back down. But it's like, don't push the champions of NXT and then have them lose.
Because you know they're going to lose.
Yeah, and then you just brought them down. Like Kevin Owens, he lost to Finn Balor. And everyone was like, oh, man. And then we're like, oh, well, he might now win the championship.
But he is facing John Cena.
Yeah, but I mean, he beat him once, which I was surprised about.
So, who do you think's going to win the women's title?
Bayley's probably going to be the runner-up once Sasha loses it to probably Bayley. Because if they're going to push them, they got to push them.
And after that, do you think she's going to be in a feud with Emma? Or where do you think that's going? Because they basically brought up most of their divas.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was confused. Because now who are they going to have?
But at the same time, it was pretty cool, don't you agree?
Yeah. I mean, I think they brought up... Like, I don't know. They shouldn't have brought up 3. Maybe just, 2. Not 3.
Who do you think they should have brought up?
Who they shouldn't have brought up? Or
who out of 3 they shouldn't have brought up?
That's also... Because they're all good, so,
Becky Lynch, I think, is good, but I think she needs more time down in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was watching that much when she was popular. I saw her match with Sasha Banks, and that was really good. But besides that, I haven't seen too much out of her.
Yeah.
But she's still pretty good, in my opinion.
I mean, we have some pretty good divas up there already, so why don't they just bring them all back down? And then we have Bella's, Brie Bella, like the best wrestler I've ever seen.
Well, the thing is, she's sucking John Cena's cock, so I don't think she's going to be brought back down.
Yeah. I thought,
Yeah. What was next?
Oh, next?
Before we go to that, do you think Bayley would have gone up with them if she didn't have that broken hand?
No.
She wouldn't have?
No.
They need someone to stay down, do you think?
No, I don't think they would plan to bring her up anyways.
Really?
No.
You don't think she's going to be brought up at all?
No, she's going to be brought up, but I mean, not that time. Like, she should have more time. But I mean, like, I didn't think they would ever have brought her up then. Like, maybe later.
So they need... Yeah, okay. So, then we have this tag team match between the Vaudevillians and... What was the other team name? Do you know?
They were just, like, random jobbers, I'm guessing.
I think one of the guys has been on there before, but... I didn't really catch their names. We knew the Vaudevillians were probably going to win unless they did a Blake and Murphy type thing. And the one thing that stuck out to me in this match is the one Vaudevillian kicked him in the head when he had him in a headlock. Didn't make too much sense to me because he had both his hands. He could have just punched him in the face a couple times.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
I guess. And the Vaudevillains got the win. And I'm not a big fan of the Vaudevillains, but in this match, I thought they did a pretty good job.
Well, I think they're a good tag team to, like, stay down at NXT for a little bit more, because I think they're gonna put... Well, I mean, we have a lot of tag teams up in WWE right now, so I think they're gonna keep all of them for a little bit and wait till, like, one breaks up or something.
So, you think they're not gonna bring up another tag team for quite a while?
Well, I don't know why Los Matadores are even there.
Yeah, I think they should go down, and then Enzo Amore
yeah.
and Colin Cassidy should come up. I think that's one of the best teams down there. And the thing about it is, they're not getting a title. They're not the number one contenders, which I don't understand. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to get a tag team match at TakeOver, but that's still.
I mean, the Ascension were brought up, and I was hearing, because I didn't watch NXT, like, a lot. I don't watch NXT a lot. And they were saying they were, like, such a good tag team, and then when they brought them up, they didn't seem like...
That's because they were basically two Baron Corbett's. Like, they could have good, like 2-minute matches or something like that, but more than that...
And didn't they get jobbed by, like, the Hall of Famers or something with, like, on Raw the one day?
Yeah, like, they just didn't do a good job with bringing them up. I mean...
That's what's happening to a lot of people, but...
Sin Cara and Mystic, what's his name? Sin Cara and his partner. They're not doing a good job promoting them either, but like people actually want to see them, and they're not putting them on the show. I don't know if that's just because they want to hold them back until they're more popular, or they're just not doing a good job at it.
Well, how are you going to hold them back when you're not putting them to make them more popular when they're not even on NXT or anything? So
they might be on Superstars or something like.
Or SmackDown. I don't watch them, and no one watches SmackDown, so... Other than the people that are there. But.
Yeah, and then William Regal is out there to announce Kevin Owens and Finn Balor's contract signing next. And everyone was on their feet, which I don't see too often. Did you notice that too?
Yeah.
Like, I think... Conspiracy theory... I think they had a sign that was like everyone stand up or something like that. Because it seemed like every single person in the crowd was standing up.
Yeah, but it's like, it's NXT fans. Like, they're gonna do that kind of stuff. Like,
not stand up on cue, though.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't think they'd listen to the WWE.
Yeah, that's a good point, but at the same time, it was kind of weird.
I don't know.
And, it was a contract signing. What you thought would happen?
I thought they were just going to sign the contract like normal, every other contract signing. Sign it and walk out. Like, that's what I thought was going to happen.
But at the same time, would you have been okay with that as an ending? What would you have done? Like, planned it out?
I don't know. I just wouldn't even have the contract signing at all. Like, why do we need contract signings? Like, just say they're having a match and then they can talk about it. You don't need a contract signing.
If I could plan everything out, I would have them staring each other dead in eye to eye, looking at each other, dead stare, and then Tyler Breeze come out with his selfie stick and beat up every single person in the ring, even William Regal, and that's how he would get suspended. And then he would, like, tweet every week saying how he could beat up everyone in the ring or something like that.
Well, speaking of beating everyone up, then that could lead to him beating up Hideo Itami. Which...
see? And that could lead to a feud. But, I don't think that contract signing went, well in anyone's mind. And while we're all not well, if anyone out there watches Tough Enough, okay, there's people in Tough Enough who don't have any wrestling experience and are improving decently, kind of like Eva Marie is right now. And then there's people like Patrick, who we actually saw in an indie event, and who has wrestling experience and has potential, and they tried to make him look like the bad guy when he hardly did anything wrong.
I'm calling it's racism.
It might not be racism, but, like, if WWE does what it wants, it doesn't care about the fans, really, and who they want. It's rigged. Look at the Randy Orton and Sheamus feud. I don't think a single person wanted to see that match.
That's true.
A single person.
I mean, they fought, like, or wrestled so many times.
Again, nobody wanted to see that match at Battleground. I don't know if it was to take up time or what. Not a single person. And yet they still did it.
What were they even fighting about?
No one knows. Like, see, that's what I get mad at WWE for. They book these storylines with two wrestlers and they don't even tell us anything about it.
Like, why are they fighting?
Yeah, well, some of the times they do, but, like, most of the times when we want to know, they don't tell us.
Like Roman Reigns, it was about, because Bray Wyatt, like, consulted his family, which, I mean, I understand.
And their match was good, too, but it would have been a completely different story if the Randy Orton and Sheamus match wasn't good. They didn't have a good storyline, their characters are boring, and the match was boring.
And plus, we're talking about Roman Reigns again, but Bray Wyatt interfered in the Money in the Bank, which caused him the chance to getting... Well, I mean, it looked like he would have got the briefcase, but...
Randy Orton, do you think his character's getting boring, or what?
I mean, I think it's just going to be a big show where he's just going to stay around for a long time.
Way past their,
Yeah, I mean, Big Show shouldn't even still be here. I think he should do stuff for, like, kids. Be like a nice guy, like Make-A-Wish or something.
If I could do anything with Big Show right now, I wouldn't have him say a single word. Like, whenever someone's talking in, like, the mid-card, I would just have him come out and, like, chokeslam him. That's what I would do with Big Show. Because, like, I think that would be better than what he's doing now. Mm-hmm. Where he's, like, heel one week and face another week.
Yeah, same with Kane. Well, Kane's always heel because he's part of the Authority. But they made Kane, like, look like he's so strong by beating up Brock Lesnar. But, I mean...
And he had a good match. Well, debatable. It wasn't very good at all. But he could still hang with Daniel Bryan kind of at Extreme Rules last year. Mm-hmm. And they just... WWE's not good at it.
I just can't wait till, like, Triple H gets in charge of, like, the whole product.
Do you think that's going to be good? Because right now he's in charge of NXT.
And NXT's pretty good, so that's fine.
But at the same time, NXT, there's squash matches everywhere. We want to see good matches sometimes. Like, sorry to bring up Lucha Underground again, but every single match on the card seems important. I don't know if that's because it's a 1-hour show and they have less time, but that's what it seems like to me.
Well, speaking of time, they need to cut down the time for Raw, but I mean, they're not going to change that.
Like, I like wrestling a lot, and I can't even watch that.
And 3 hours, like, there's only, like, an hour and a half of wrestling.
Less than that, I bet. And most of the wrestling isn't good. It has either Randy Orton in it, or Sheamus, or someone big show.
And it seems like for main events, like, oh, we don't know what to do, so we're gonna have a 6-man tag where we're gonna have people in feuds team up.
Justin. It's John Cena.
No, I'm not like that. They had like Randy Orton and John Cena and Cesaro, and then Cesaro and Rusev kind of had a feud. John Cena had a feud with Kevin Owens, and Sheamus had a feud with Randy Orton. So like, oh, we're lazy booking.
I just hope they do something with the Kevin Owens and Cesaro feud if they have it. If they do have that at SummerSlam, I think that's going to be the best match on the card.
Yeah, the thing is,
the John Cena match isn't going to end cleanly, and well, that might not either. But still,
you don't know if John Cena's facing Seth Rollins yet. They haven't announced it.
But who else would he face? And then who would Seth Rollins face? They wouldn't give him off the second biggest pay-per-view.
Yeah, but then what about his U.S. Open challenge?
What do you mean?
He still has the U.S. title.
Yeah.
What is he? Unless he loses
it's going to be title
overall.
versus title. Like, it's not going to be a title on the line, I don't think.
That's kind of dumb. Why would you have on SummerSlam, the second biggest event, not have
a champion versus championship match?
I mean, yeah. You might as well put Undertaker and Brock as, like, the main event and just put them.
Maybe, but then look at their match at WrestleMania 30.
No, that's because they made Brock Lesnar have to look like... Well, he kind of beat him up the whole time. This time, I think Undertaker's actually going to get some offense in.
So you think it's going to be way better than the WrestleMania?
It's going to be better.
I think it has to be.
It can't... I don't think it can be any worse.
It could be. It could. Undertaker could die in the middle of the ring.
Yeah. I just hope Paul Heyman doesn't turn heel, which I don't think... I mean, not turn.
Do you think Brock Lesnar's heel right now?
That's what also I'm confused about. Sorry, this isn't about NXT, but we just kind of ranted off of something else. But
you can click off. We're probably not going to talk about NXT anymore, but continue.
I mean, yeah, we're kind of done with NXT, but... What was I saying?
Is Brock Lesnar a heel right now?
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. I think they're letting the fans decide, because I don't even think Vince knows what he's doing. He's just trying to make it... He just wants to sell as many tickets as he can, as much merch, like, subscriptions to
WWE Network
for $9.99.
Did you hear what they're doing? They're making it so a month is free, but you have to use your credit card, and then they won't tell you when the month is up, so they charge you again and then again.
That's stupid.
Yeah. And then, have you ever tried to cancel anything on a card before? It's such a hassle. Like, I tried to cancel my Navigator once, and it took me freaking 2 hours to do. I tried to get the free trial and then cancel right before it charged me, but didn't work out too well. But, so you think they're like tweeners? You don't think there's a clear heel and a face in the Undertaker feud?
Well, I just think they're going to let the fans decide, and I think there's going to be a lot of people on Undertaker because it's Undertaker, and it could be one of his last matches, so they're going to try and, like, support him. But
do you think this is his last match?
I think he's going to wrestle at WrestleMania because it's in Texas. I don't know, maybe Sting, I don't know.
I didn't think the Sting match was too good, in personal opinion.
What, like him and Sting wrestling, or Sting versus, or what are you talking about?
Sting versus Triple H this year.
I thought it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. Like, I liked how they brought up all the
NWO and
all
DX.
that. That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just disappointed.
We're gonna try to do reviews as much as we can.
No one probably cares. You're probably on this video to see if we're awful, and you probably be right. Click the subscribe button or something like that.
Give this video a thumbs up.
That's what most people say.
Yeah, and we're better than Sean's you. So
no, we're not allowed to name drop or JD,
whoops.
but no name drops. Okay, and
yeah, so we'll see you guys next time.
I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.